Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, the teacher will well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazom Gabar coming at you from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. All right, this is going to be going into this Juneteenth. Okay, so let's look up Juneteenth to find out what Juneteenth is really all about. Says Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. Deriving its name from combining June and 19th, it is celebrated on the anniversary of the order by Major General Gordon Granger proclaiming freedom for enslaved people in Texas on June 19th, 1865. Well, it just so happens that they made Pride Month in June as well, man. Okay, these devils don't give a shit about Jake. Put the most wickedest month, around that day so that you can celebrate it during that wicked ass month. You got flamers out there, dancing for the rights of Jake. These devils gonna do whatever it takes to keep you down. But I got these pictures. Of this parade they had. And they had an eating contest at this Juneteenth parade. And you got nothing but niggas up there on the table. Nothing but niggas. And guess what they're eating? You wouldn't just guess what they're eating. It says the winner of the 40th annual Juneteenth Chitlin eating contest, 38-year-old Wayne Funkmouth Haskell, ate about 14 pounds of chitlings in 10 minutes. So this guy ate 14 pounds of pig intestines in 10 minutes. So this is what they're doing during a parade for the emancipation, what they will call freedom of so-called black people, man. Okay, these niggas eating nigga food. Slave food. They went back to eating slave food. These elites are laughing at you, Jakes, man. This is a mockery to you. Okay, this ain't nothing that you should be proud of, or you should be happy for, or you should be grateful for, thankful for. This is a deception. They deceived you, made you think that they was giving you a day to yourselves, or merely they was giving you a day to be niggas. A day to remind you that you were niggas. Okay. They literally had a chilling eating contest. Let's look up chillings so we can know the full details on chitlings, man. It says cooked pig intestines. Okay, so what makes pork or pig so bad is the shit that they eat. Okay, so not only is it the shit that they eat that makes it bad, but now they're shitting it out. It gets digested into the bodies and passed down through their intestines. And that's what Jake is eating. The shit that holds the stuff that they eat. The organs that holds their shit. Okay, it says cooked pig intestines. Chitlins, or chitterlings, as they are also called, are cooked pig intestines. While the vast majority of chitlins are pork, sometimes intestines from other animals, particularly cows, are sometimes used. Typically boiled, fried, or stuffed with minced meat and served as just one part of a larger meal. So just goes to show you that these devils, first of all, these devils ain't gonna get no intestines from cows and feed it to Jake. They get them from pigs and feed it to Jake. The reason is because the Lord said not to eat pork. In the book of Leviticus 11, let me grab it. Leviticus 11:7. It says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cleven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall you not eat, and the carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. So, there you go. Two scriptures telling you that they're unclean. And Leviticus 11, two together, telling you that they're unclean. Don't eat it. They are unclean to you. Touch the carcass. Don't touch the carcass. Don't even eat These motherfucking animals, they're unclean. Pork they don't have sweat glands. They don't sweat, so the toxins stay in their body, in their bodies. But their bodies were created to be able to handle that, because they're the natural garbage cans of the earth. The Lord created garbage cans of the earth. So you have everything was made perfect and in balance and a harmony, where these pigs eat the death of the earth, and they eat the shit of the earth. They eat all things that are just trash, and then they shit it out, and it becomes fermentation for the ground, the grass, and it grows. Okay, but they're natural garbage cans. That's why a pig can get bitten by a poisonous serpent, and the pig won't die. The pig won't die because his body was created to intake that poison and that venom. I'm going to grab the book of Judith. Chapter 5. I'm going to show you why pork was fed to us during hardcore slavery. It's the book of Judith, chapter 5, and verse 17. It says, "And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hateth iniquity was with them." I'll read it verbatim. "And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, which was the law, statutes, and commandments," when they started breaking those laws, statutes, and commandments, when Jake did, it says, "they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them." So this is why we're still in slavery and bondage to these Edomites, and subject to payments to these Edomites today, because shit like Juneteenth, they out there eating chitlins and shit. This is what keeps us in oppression. This is what keeps us in slavery. It says, "But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world." So when our Lord, YAHAWASHI, is for us and with us, no one can come against us. No nation can come against us, man. Because these nations were created for us. They were created to be ruled by us, man. You know, but when we were going off, the Lord wasn't with us in these nations. We were brought low, and these nations were brought high above us, and they would put us into captivity and slavery, and we would have to be subject to them, you know. But there you go. You got Jake eating that shit on Juneteenth and thinking that it's okay, and then you got Pride Month and Juneteenth. Juneteenth is falls in along Pride Month. You know, there's just no escaping the wickedness with these wicked ass Jakes, man. You know. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Akim and Wath will listen to truth and sincerity. Till next semester, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.